Liquid Lunch. I'm Maggie Vandenberg, filling in for John Tobacco. You can tweet at me during the show at Fog City Midge. And yeah, we've got another guest with us, Dove Heiken. Heiken?
Perfect.
Perfect. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited you're with us. He is a former New York State Assemblyman and the founder of Americans Against Anti-Semitism. Amazing. Thank you so much for coming in and being with us today.
It's my pleasure.
So, can you tell me a little bit more about your organization and just what you stand for and what you're trying to accomplish?
Well, after I left office as a member of the New York State Assembly after 36 years, I thought I was going to retire and just do things, and about a year and a half ago or so, it's almost 2 years now, there was an outbreak of anti-Semitism like we've never seen before. If you look at the numbers from the FBI, from the police departments of New York and other places, we've never witnessed anything quite like this. Jews being attacked because they are Jews. And as someone whose parents went through the Holocaust, my mother went to Auschwitz in 1944. With her mother, other members of the family, my mother, of course, survived. The others went straight to the gas chambers. Their only crime was that they were Jews. That was their crime. And to live in America, the greatest country on the face of the earth, and to face the situation where Jews are being attacked in the streets because they are identifiably Jewish, something was terribly wrong. And then we had Jersey City, where Jews were murdered. And then we had other places in New York where Jews were attacked on Hanukkah about a year ago. Constant attacks, fear, people afraid, neighbors and friends and families talking about, is there a future in America? I hated to hear that kind of talk because this is such a great country. But people were afraid. Their kids were going into the streets and were being punched in the face for no reason. Dirty Jew, effing Jew, the swastikas, etc. So we started this organization, tax-exempt organization, Americans Against Anti-Semitism, to address it. But to do it not just with words, to be tough, to be strong. We are proud Jews, proud Americans, and we're not afraid, period, of anyone. And I've had the opportunities to confront people like Member of Congress Tlaib on a personal level at Rutgers University because of her anti-Semitic behavior. So we're out there speaking out, calling out. I happen to be a Democrat, but I'm an American first before I'm loyal to any party, and loyal to my people before I'm loyal to any party. So, whether it's a Democrat, Republican, or anyone else, there's got to be one standard for anti-Semitism, for hate. I don't care where it's coming from. And unfortunately, sadly, the Democratic Party has fallen on its face. It doesn't deal with hate, with anti-Semitism, the way it should. It sends a horrible message when you have people like Tlaib and Omar and Linda Sarsour and AOC indulging literally in hate, pure unadulterated hate towards the Jewish people, towards the state of Israel, BDS, on and on and on. So people, go on our website, americansaa.org. We are working on all kinds of projects. And like I said, we're proud and we're never afraid.
I absolutely, I just want to make sure I got your website right. I'm so pleased, and it makes me very happy when I hear of Americans who are standing up and being tough about it, right? Because I think that part of the problem is that for so long, I think a lot of people get bullied, especially when there are very loud, aggressive people on the radical left, and they bully people into not standing up for themselves. So I love when I hear that passion and that toughness in your voice. And I expect nothing less than my New Yorkers, right?
Absolutely.
But I have to say, why is it that we see this really happening and building momentum within the Democratic Party? I know so many former Democrats who are just appalled by what the Democratic Party has become over time. It just seems like it has become the party of radicalism and the party of hate. Why is it that it is building this momentum?
Well, look, I think it all starts with the first incident and you don't deal with it. I remember when Tlaib and Omar, some of the things that they said, and if you remember, Nancy Pelosi said the Congress was going to vote to condemn them. Tomorrow, they were going to pass a resolution clearly condemning the hate speech. It never happened. It never happened because other politicians within, the Democratic Party have a double standard. When it comes to Jews, it's okay to say nasty things about Jews. Jews, after all, we control all the banks. We control all the media. We're so powerful. You don't have to worry about Jews. And unfortunately, from the very, very beginning, when you have people like Schumer, Senator Schumer, who all of his life, I have to tell you, has gone from synagogue to synagogue, to Jewish group to Jewish group, and he always has the same speech. And he says to people, do you know what my name Schumer means? What does it mean? Schumer means shomer. In Hebrew, that means watcher. And Schumer says, I am the watcher of the Jewish people. This is what he says a million times. And with watchers like him, we have things like Auschwitz, God forbid. I mean it. Because when people like him, are more afraid about the politics, all he cares about right now is his re-election in 2022. Maybe AOC will challenge him. Maybe he will be in trouble. All he cares about is not doing the right thing. When it comes to hate, racism, anti-Semitism, whatever it is, there's got to be, as I said before, one standard. I don't care who the hell it is. You stand up, you speak out, and you deal with it. So when you don't deal with it over a period of time, and it festers like a wound that you don't deal with, and it gets infected and can lead to terrible consequences. By the way, hate that ultimately leads to people being murdered always starts with speech, then with a little violence, and God forbid, ultimately, Nazi Germany, Adolf Hitler became the leader of Nazi Germany in January of 1933. The final solution where they decided that every man, woman, child, babies, grandmothers, didn't matter, was to be eradicated from the face of the earth. The final solution didn't happen till the early 1940s. But Jews were being attacked, Jews were being discriminated against, they were being assaulted, and the world did very, very little. So if we don't learn those lessons, God forbid, terrible things can happen, not just to Jews, but to America, God forbid.
Yeah. And it's really unbelievable to me how we see history repeat itself and how history can repeat itself. And yeah, it's been wild to me and incredibly offensive over the last couple years when I hear people compare Donald Trump to Hitler. And it breaks my heart because I turn to people and I say, how can you even make such a comparison? Like here we have a president who I believe is the most pro-Israel president that I can think of, and who has done so many things to help Israel, to standing up for Americans no matter what background they are, what religion they are. And yet for him to be compared to Adolf Hitler is so appalling to me. And it's unbelievable because it just shows that people don't know their history and perhaps they will be doomed to repeat it. I guess we only have about a minute left. But if you could just maybe give people a little bit of a game plan, or what can they do? How can they either support your organization, or what do you think maybe a good step forward would be?
Sure. Well, they can go to americansaa.org and support us financially. Send us a message. I want to be involved. I want to tell you, one of the greatest things about our organization is that our support comes from Jews and non-Jews all over the United States. They are our best friends. They are the most dedicated. And you are right, by the way. Donald Trump, without a doubt, we can go back to 1948. He has been the best president for the Jewish people ever. By the way, no one is in second place. That's how good he's been. No question about it. So everyone needs to do something. Doing nothing is not an option. Be involved, speak out, stand up. And it's a pleasure to be with you. And to all your listeners, enjoy the holidays and be safe.
That's right. Thank you so much for coming on. And yeah, to all of our audience out there, just continue to stand up, speak out, fight back. And when you see something wrong, it's up to people to stand up and to fight it. So thank you so much for your message. And I hope people check out your organization. Thank you for being with us.